Welcome to my review of two handmade knives by the French artisan cutler Renaud Aubry. Renaud's workshop is located in the small village of Vicomte, not far from Thiers, France's capital of cutlery. Renaud specializes in traditional Layol knives, plus he offers two other models, La Navette and Le Vicomte. Renaud's knives are marketed under the brand name Artisan Coutelier, which is also the name of the website where you can find these knives. Let's start with La Navette. The French word navette means weaving shuttle. Weaving shuttles come in different shapes and sizes. This is what a common shuttle looks like. It is a tool designed to carry the thread across the loom weft yarn while weaving. Shuttles are thrown or passed back and forth through the shed between the yarn threads of the warp in order to weave in the weft. Now, the name of the knife is derived from the shape of the shuttle, which in many cases resembles the shape of a boat. It's not a knife that was used by weavers. As a matter of fact, when the Navette knife pattern was invented in the 19th century, the silk weavers of that time were so poor they couldn't afford a fine pocket knife like this. In 1831, 1834 and 1848, there were major revolts by silk workers in Lyon in France, which have become known as the Révolte des Canuts. The design of the Navette is clean and timeless. It's a small, elegant gentleman's knife, a canif à tout faire, as the French say, an all-purpose knife. There is no lock. Like many other traditional French knives, the Navette is a slip-joint knife. It comes with a half stop though, which is always a welcome feature. As for the specs, the closed length is 92 mm, the total length is 166 mm. The blade length is 74 mm, the blade thickness is 2.5 mm. The weight comes in at 60 grams. The blade features a drop point design with a full flat grind and a mirror polish. The blade steel is the well-proven stainless steel 12C27, which has become more or less a standard for traditional French pocket knives. Depending on the size of your hand, the handle allows for a 3 or even a 4-finger grip. The handle of this particular model comes with luxurious features such as mammoth ivory crust and an intricate pattern of file work or guillochage on the back spring. Actually, the floral pattern isn't done with a file, but with a carving chisel. In French, this technique is called ciselage au burin. Also, please note there is a layer of black fiber between the handle scales and the liners. There is a very sophisticated knife configurator on the Artisan Coutelier website, which allows you to customize the Navette and also the Vicomte to your liking. You can choose from a variety of handle materials such as horn, stag, bone and mammoth ivory. There are several options of filework patterns for the spring as well as for the liners. You can change the color of the fiber layer or do without it completely. There are also two kinds of Damascus steel if you prefer that. The prices are very attractive and competitive compared to other high-quality artisan-made knives from Thiers. Now for Le Vicomte. This knife is an original design by Renaud Aubry. It was first introduced in October 2013. It's basically an enlarged version of La Navette. Originally, the plan was to name it La Grande Navette. However, since the Vicomte is significantly larger than La Navette, it needed a name that better represents the personality of this knife. The name Vicomte expresses the noble and elegant character of the knife. Let's take a look at the specs. The closed length is 130 millimeters. The total length is 233 millimeters. The blade length is 103 millimeters or roughly 10 centimeters. The blade thickness is 2.5 millimeters. The weight comes in at 100 grams. As you can see, it's a full size, yet lightweight knife, mainly due to the fact that the liners are skeletonized, which you probably cannot see. And by the way, the Vicomte also features a 90-degree stop. The long, thin blade combined with the flat grind make the Vicomte a perfect slicer. This is a knife that you want to use at the table or even take to a restaurant. It's a real pleasure to cut your steak or any other food with Le Vicomte. Like the Navette, you can configure the Vicomte like you want. This particular one comes with a blade made of 14C28N, another excellent stainless steel from the Swedish steel company Sandvik. The handle features 3D contoured and polished ebony wood scales, red fiber layers, and some file work on the back spring, which of course is handmade. I encourage you to visit the Artisan Coutelier website. It has lots of photos and videos that show how the knives are made. Renaud Aubry is a very skilled artisan cutler, and although he has been in the industry for quite a while, the brand Artisan Coutelier is relatively new. I think these two classy, elegant and enjoyable knives are both winners. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.